Hey guys, it's Candy. Welcome back to Our Family Nest. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys every book that I have on my bookshelf to be read. Basically, my current TBR pile. Just a few days ago, I actually went through all my books on my bookshelf and got rid of about 45 books. A little more than half of them were books that I have already read that I just decided that I was going to sell and get rid of. And then a little less than half were books that I've just purchased probably within the last year or so. And so much time has gone by since I purchased it and thought that I wanted to read it that I'm just like, I really just don't have interest in reading this anymore. So I got rid of some of those too. You can follow me on Goodreads if you guys would like to. I'm just bringing up my account right now because right now it says on my bookshelf to be read. I made a category on my Goodreads and books on my bookshelf to be read, 122. That number a week ago was like 148. So I would say it's improved. I was hoping to get it down under 100 because it just sounds insane to me, but this is where we're at. First off, the books here on the top, I'm just gonna give you guys a quick little overview. All of these books here on the top, I have read all of these. But they're books that I have decided that I would like to keep because I enjoyed them. I like the authors. And actually all of these as well. All of these hardcover books. I've read all of these and decided I want to keep those. This section here is actually all of my Christmas/holiday books. And I didn't want you guys to see what those are because I'm going to be making another separate video on my holiday books. And then here we have the ACOTAR books, A Court of Thorn and Roses series. And I was really disappointed because I got the first 4 books in a box set, so they're all the same size. And then I was waiting for the paperback to come out of book number 5 and pre-ordered it and was really sad to find out that it is a different size than the rest of the books. Very disappointing, but I guess it is what it is. So today we're going to be talking about these books, these books, these books. This section down here is books that I've already read. This pile right here is some books that I'm giving to Asha. And then here's another section of books that I have not read yet. Actually, I skipped this section. So this section over here is the Colleen Hoover books that I have already read. Verity, Ugly Love, Reminders of Him, Confess. It ends with us, it starts with us. And then here are 3 books that I've got from the library recently. Time to get the books off the shelf. So Colleen Hoover books that I have not read. I have all of her books except the Never Never book, which I just seen on Instagram today. That was a book that was written by Colleen Hoover and Taryn Fisher. And they're releasing it in February with a new cover, so I'll probably get it then. This book is one of her older books. Too Late, I have that one. I have Heartbones. I'm gonna tell you guys when I'm going through these which ones I really hope to read kind of like sooner than later. I definitely want to read Heartbones. Regretting You, very interested in reading that one. Layla, put this at the top of my list. Very interested in reading this one because I heard that this one is not just a typical rom-com. I don't know if it's thriller like Verity, but it's a little more intense, I've heard. November 9th? Darn it, wait, I need to read November 9th. I'll be fine. I'll read the Riley Sager book. I told myself I was gonna read this on November 9th. Won't that be fun? Without Merit, haven't really heard a lot about this one. Only other book that I don't have because I was waiting to get the new covers for this series is Slammed. You put the 3 books together and it actually makes a butterfly. I'm not sure what order this series goes in, but I have them maybe someday, maybe not, maybe now. And then this is a series, Hopeless. I have the new covers of all of these. Losing Hope, Finding Cinderella, Finding Perfect, and All Your Perfects. I'm gonna jump over here next to the Shatter Me series. Okay, so I actually put these books in order so I can share them appropriately. Shatter Me is first, then Destroy Me. But see, some of the half books, they put 2 of them together. I bought this as a box set at Barnes & Noble. I wanna say for like $70. And I did the math. Buying this box set actually saved me money versus buying them all separately. So check that out. This is a young adult series, by the way, and it's kind of like a dystopian series. So I'm really excited to dive into these. Okay, after Destroy Me, is Unravel Me. And then we go to Fracture Me, then Ignite Me, Restore Me, then Shadow Me, then Defy Me, then back to this one for Reveal Me, then Imagine Me, and then Believe Me. So I really don't know a lot about these books other than so many people that I follow here on BookTube have all read these books. Okay, this shelf here, you see the books kind of all look the same. This is my Ellen Hildebrand and Kristen Hanna shelf. We have Homefront, we have True Colors, and we have Between Sisters. Now, a lot of these books on the shelf, not all of them, but quite a few I had purchased years ago when there was this used bookstore not too far from my house that actually was going out of business, and they were selling the books like super cheap. This book is actually from 2012, so it's like 10 years old. Oh, I actually have some Mary Kay Andrews on there as well. So for Ellen Hildebrand books, I have Barefoot. If you're looking to kind of get into reading and you like kind of just romance books, but yet they have a twist, I recommend Ellen Hildebrand because I feel like her books are just usually like feel good, but then like something dramatic happens. Most of her books are set in Nantucket. They're just really good books if you're just trying to get into reading. I really want to read this one, Summer of '69. I picked it up so many times over the summer to read it and just always ended up choosing something else. Same with Golden Girl. We have a Kristen Hanna, Summer Island, and then The Island by Ellen. Mary Kay Andrews, I have The Newcomer, and then I have Sunset Beach. I actually have The Homewreckers by her too, but that's in hardcover, so it's on a different shelf. And then this book, Rules for Dating a Bookshop Owner by S.C. Gray. This is a gal that has like a little bookshop on Instagram, and I ordered a book from her, one of my Christmas books, and she sent me a copy of the book that she wrote herself. I love Book of the Month Club. They always have a great selection. I feel like they have some of the best mystery and thriller options. However, for some reason, I kind of enjoy reading paperback books more than hardcover. So I end up not reading these as often as I wish I would because I have some great books. The Family Game. This was one of the Book of the Month picks for October. So many people have read this. It's not super long, which is a plus. If you guys don't know about Book of the Month, basically you pay for the plan. You pick out one book per month, but then you can also do up to 2 add-ons. And the only reason why I end up doing add-ons is if people sign up using my link, you get to sign up and get your first book, your first month for only $5, which is like a savings of, I don't know, $12-ish or something. I'm not sure. And then I get a credit to pick out a free book. So whenever I do Book of the Month, I always tend to pick out my Book of the Month, which I've paid for because I paid for my 1-year subscription up front. And then I do the 2 add-ons because I earn free books by you guys joining with my link. So thank you guys for that. Other books I have from Book of the Month, I need to probably go a little faster. The Collective, obviously a thriller. Firstborn, thriller. Flicker in the Dark. Do I even need to tell you this is a thriller? Taylor Jenkins Reid. Her books are definitely high on my priority list. Malibu Rising actually has character in it from The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I've heard people either just love this book or hate it, so kind of hesitant in reading it, although I so far have loved all of Taylor's books that I've read. The Push, this is actually scary. Reckless Girls, scary. I say scary means mystery thriller. Love on the Brain is romance. The Most Likely Club, I almost got rid of this one when I went through my books earlier this week because there's some really poor reviews on this, but I guess there's a lot of, I don't know if it's 80s or 90s references in this book. Looks like it looks like 90s. So some people in reviews were saying if you were around in the 90s, you love the 90s, you will love this book. Things You Save in a Fire, Catherine Center. I read the book The Bodyguard by her and absolutely loved it, so I got this one. When We Were Bright and Beautiful. I think this is contemporary fiction, but I'm not positive. Again, I love that it's not super long. And Darling Girl is actually a fantasy book kind of written off the premise of Peter Pan. So I thought that sounded really different and interesting. You might be wondering, like, how did this get so out of control? It happened over the summer when I upgraded to these new bookshelves. Basically, these are the Billy shelves from IKEA, 3 of them put together with the top extensions as well. They're only normally this tall, and I added like a one box extension at the top of all of them. And I had these bookshelves and I had all this space and I'm like, I need more books. So it was like every book I saw that someone shared that sounded interesting, I was like, buy that, buy that, buy that. And it just got way out of control. So don't do that. The Lifestyle. This book has mixed reviews, basically because it is about a group of people that are swingers. So it sounded like in the reviews that some people got really offended by the book or disgusted by the book. I'm not a swinger. I don't wish to be a swinger. However, I've never read a book about swingers, so it sounded interesting to me. The Measure. It's actually about, there's like a box or something. Some way you can open something, it can tell you when you're gonna die, and do you open the box or don't you, or how you're gonna die, or something like that. The Gray Shear. Oh, I actually have purchased a lot of secondhand books off of Pango. Pango is a kind of like the eBay for used books. People like me, people like you, could go on to Pango and sell books that we no longer want. They can be in new condition, used condition, whatever. So that's where I got the Gray Shear, and this is actually a young adult book. If you look it up on Goodreads, it's got amazing reviews. People love this book. Frederick Bachman. I've never read any of his books, however, like The Man Called Ove, Anxious People, Beartown. I guess it's a series actually on HBO. I have not watched it. Book 2 is Us Against You, and book 3 just came out this year. However, it's only available in hardcover so far, called The Winners. And The Winners has been getting amazing reviews. If you go on Goodreads, again, when you look up this series, it has really, really high ratings. People love this series. This little stack here has 2 books that are part of a series: The Spanish Love Deception, The American Roommate Experiment. Crazy thing about this is some people do not like these books at all. They read them with such high hopes and actually end up very disappointed. So for that reason, it's kind of like, oh, I'll read another time. Some other books that I have by Taylor Jenkins Reid is Daisy Jones and the Six. Oh, I have After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I read One True Loves by her. Oh, such a good book. Okay, Emily Henry. Love book lovers. Beach read. I mean, they're not my favorite books, but I do like her style of writing. I just think something about the stories is missing. People We Meet on Vacation. I've heard such mixed reviews. I'm just not like dying to read it, but I still do want to read it. Christina Lauren, The Soulmate Equation. I have yet to read a book by Christina Lauren that I did not absolutely love. Love in Other Words by them, because it's 2 girls, Christina and Lauren, that co-author together. Love in Other Words is just one of my all-time favorite books ever. This whole shelf here was a bunch of romance books. We're gonna go through them really quick. How to Fake It in Hollywood, The Beach Trap, The Guncle, Made in Manhattan, The Switch, The No-Show, same author, Set on You, Funny You Should Ask, One Last Stop, Red, White, and Royal Blue, same author again, Adult Assembly Required, The Girls of Mischief Bay, The Wedding Season, Hook, Line, and Sinker. This is actually book 2 to It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey, which I have read and it was super good. I don't know why I haven't read this yet. And The Stand-In. Some hardcover books that I have. Jennifer Weiner. She is one of those authors that I feel like I will buy any book that she releases. I have some of her books that I absolutely love, and some others that I just, I've heard good things about this one though. The Summer Getaway. So many of these books like have to be read in the summer, let's be real. Monsters, A Love Story. Evie Drake Starts Over. And The Homewreckers by Mary Kay Andrews. We're in the home stretch, guys. We are now going over all of the mystery and thriller books for those of you who love those types of books. Before She Disappeared, The Chain, One of the Girls. I really want to read this one. This was high on priority. Killers of a Certain Age. This was actually a September Book of the Month Club, and it's about a bunch of old ladies that used to be assassins. Like they've been assassins for like 40 years, and because they're gonna like, they're retiring or whatever, there's people that are like, they want to kill them, probably because they know like too many secrets and whatnot. I guess it's really good, so I'm excited to read that one. Stolen Things. I don't know why, this cover just looked interesting. I got it from Book Warehouse. This is not a thriller, but Matthew McConaughey's book, The Family Remains. This is book 2 to The Family Upstairs, which was an incredible book. Oh my God, I didn't realize Lisa Joel wrote so many books. Holy crap. I actually thought The Family Upstairs was her first book. 2 Nights in Lisbon. The Agathas, this is a young adult book, and The House of Hollow, another young adult book. Last shelf, guys. Some of these are thrillers, and I think they're mostly thrillers. Long Bright River, Karen Slaughter. She is amazing when it comes to thrillers. Her books always have the biggest twist. False Witness, The Silent Wife, The Cheerleaders, Big Lies in a Small Town. This is another book that I was like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna read this. Looked up the ratings, it's like 4.2 something. I'm like, dang it, I need to read that. Same with this one, Ghost Story. Sometimes get these books at Barnes & Noble when they do that, like buy one, get one half off sale when you first walk in the door, and I get suckered in by the covers or the titles. Another 50% off Barnes & Noble sticker. The Hunting Wives. This one does not have very good reviews. However, I like the idea of what it's about. Most of these thriller books, I looked them up, and if the ratings weren't up there, I'm like, let's just get rid of them. I feel like I love to buy mystery and thriller books, but they're like not my go-to read. I love reading them so much, but when I come in here to like pick out a book, I'm drawn to the romance ones. I don't know why. The Girl Who Lived, Hostage, The Woman Outside My Door, Marriage Lie. I know I got this off Pango. Don't Look for Me, Overnight Guest, and Watching You. So you guys know when I go to Target, I always have to see what Target's got that looks good. So that is it, guys. This was really long. And if you watched this whole video, I love you dearly because this was a lot. Thank you guys so much. If you watched this video, I really appreciate it. Make it a great week, and I will see you next time, guys.